Hey John, how you doing?
How's things? You alright?
Yeah, good, thanks. Can I just ask you a quick Sheffield United question before we get going?
Yeah.
Djukanovic, your new manager, um, what do you feel about that and hopes for next season to bounce straight back?
Yeah, listen, it's good that the club have acted swiftly when the season finished. He's got a great track record of getting out of the championship, so it was, I believe it's a good appointment by the club, and it obviously only happened a couple of days ago, so he hasn't had a chance to work with the team yet. But yeah, it's hopefully it's a good appointment for the club.
And in terms of Ireland, Andorra friendly in June normally would sort of pass us by, but how important is it because of where Ireland are at the moment that they register this first win?
Yeah, listen, every game for your country is huge, and I know it's not a qualifier. We've two friendlies coming up, but we're all eager in this camp to get a win and get a good result, and looking forward to the game now. We've got a good week of training now to really hone in and get it under our belt, and hopefully we can go into the Andorra game with confidence and try to get a good result.
And it's a young squad, isn't it? There's quite a lot of fresh faces that maybe even you haven't met before.
Yeah, it's a very young squad. But it's a huge opportunity for the lads coming in. The lads who are young and who've just come into the squad to stake a claim and to show that they're good players. Everyone in the squad is a good player, and it's a big opportunity for fellas coming in now to stick their hand up.
Thanks very much for your time.
No worries, guys.
Tony O'Donoghue.
Hey John,
Hi, Tony. How's things?
good, thanks, and you?
All good, yeah.
Good. John, I'd say you, like me, are probably hoping for the day that you can have an Ireland team of 11 Corkmen, but it's getting there now, isn't it?
Yeah, getting there. To be fair, we had a few games in training last night. I think we had 3 teams, and one of the teams was kind of a Munster-based team, and there was a lot of Cork faces in it. So it's always good to see a few of your own in and around the squad.
And Conor Howard, of course, good luck to him today, but he's to
Yeah.
join up as well.
Yeah, Connor's another one now. Good banding man. He'll be docking in now in the next day or two, so it'll be good to catch up with him as well.
From your own point of view, you're one of the elder statesmen now, it seems. It's incredible, really. And yet, you probably haven't won enough cuts, certainly not as many as you'd have liked in your career. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair, yeah, but that's not something that really bogs me down too much. I'm one of them that just likes to look forward and look to the next game, the next cap, and there's obviously the last few camps I've been unlucky with COVID issues, injury, and missing games is always it's always gutting, especially when it's for your country. But I'm not one of them that looks back too much and says I wish I had this amount of caps, wish I did this, did that. I just want to be successful and try and do something with Ireland in the coming times, and then I think you can look back then when you've made tournaments, we'll say, or played in big tournaments, and you can kind of look back, and I think that's the aim for everybody, is to try and play in big tournaments with Ireland.
It's the point that Stephen was making, though. He in the last few games has capped, I think, 14 new caps, 15 nearly, and there'll be more to come, no doubt, over the next 2 games. But before that, there was like a period where there wasn't talent coming through. It's like a lost generation.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, obviously you could say that, but the standard of the experienced players at the time was high as well. So it was probably a harder squad to get into. And then a lot of them players have retired in the last few years and stuff. So there's always transition with every team. But the lads now who are coming in into this camp who haven't been here before, as I said, it's a great chance to stake a claim at a young age. You could be 18 when you get your chance. You could be 32 when you get your chance. It's all about trying to take that chance and trying to enjoy it as well.
And Chidozi said an interesting thing. He said that Stephen is trying to create a culture, which I'm sure he is. How important are the likes of you, who have a few more years on some of the younger players, in creating that culture for the Republic of Ireland?
Yeah, huge. I think especially from the lads who've kind of been around the squad a long time. Seamus Coleman is the captain. He leads by example, and I think when you see a fella like that who's played, maybe top 6 Premier League football all his career, coming in and leading that example, I think it just rubs off on everyone else. And even now, as you said there, I'm kind of been in the squad a few years now, so I'm kind of, all of a sudden one of the more experienced ones. So it's important to try and set a good example around the place for the young lads, and it's a long football career. So if they can do things right from an early age, they'll give themselves the best chance.
Very good, thank you.
Top man.
David Kelly, please.
Hi John, I'm just wondering, two-part question, from a personal point of view and a collective point of view, how relevant is it that a number of players will not have any Premier League experience from next season in terms of translating to the international game? How important is that to you?
I wouldn't say it's too important. It obviously everybody wants to be playing in the Premier League. You're playing against the best players week in, week out. So obviously in an ideal world, everybody be playing in the Premier League. But the lads have shown, even playing in the Championship and stuff, that coming into international football, you can have an impact. It might just be that you haven't got that chance in the Premier League yet. So when you come away with Ireland, it's like a club team really. We're all Irish. We all feel really together, and we all want to go out onto the pitch and really do everything to get a win for our country. Results haven't been the best, but we've always given everything, and with a few tight games we could have easily won, and it's all about trying to get a bit of momentum now, and a win always brings a feel-good factor into the camp, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, playing regularly is probably key, as you know.
Yeah.
Just on that club thing, the club culture, how difficult has it been compared to, we know from Irish teams in the past going drinking and singing and just having golf together and bonding, that in the COVID times you haven't had that intimacy. It must be difficult to kind of recreate that club culture that you have in your own club.
Yeah, it has been tough, alright, and I think as well the last few camps there's been 3 games in a week, so it's literally 100 miles an hour. You're playing every 2 days, and it can be hard to get work done in the training ground. You finish a game the next day, you just want to rest, and it probably is hard, but we tend to mix really well, off the pitch, in the hotel and stuff. So that the kind of team bonding and stuff is never a huge issue coming away with Ireland. I know lads that go on other countries, it's probably a bit different, but it's just in us. We all we all have similar interests and a lot in common, so it's quite easy to get on with a lot of people in the squad.
Owen Cowser, please.
Hey John, how you doing?
Hi Owen, how's things?
Good. What's this last season been like for you with Ireland? Because I know we've hardly seen you. I think you've 4 games because you kept missing that. What's it been like with the results not being good and sitting at home too often watching on it?
Yeah, it's been tough, to be fair. Obviously we had the summer camp, played the games, and then I had played the Slovakia game, and then I was close contact with COVID. So that was, really hard to miss out on games, even though I didn't have COVID. I felt like it was just pointless missing out on 2 caps, and then the following one against England I got concussed, and then the last one I had an injury. So I've been unlucky in that sense with Ireland. Haven't missed too many club games, but with Ireland I seem to have missed a good few, and it's horrible when you're sitting at home watching the games, just wishing that you could be out there helping the lads, in the squad, and it's been tough, but it's football, and sometimes things like that happen.
And Stephen has, I think, pretty much every press conference he has named you as being a big blow to be out, because he sees the way you distribute the ball as key to what he wants to do. Has he spoken to you about that, or what type of role he expects from you?
Yeah. I speak to the manager a bit, to be fair, before camps and stuff, and I have a really good relationship with him. I know what he expects from me on and off the pitch, and it's good to feel like you have the backing of your manager, and it's up to me to try and perform at a high level, and get into the team and keep myself into the team at the end of the day. And the manager's really enthusiastic. He wants us to improve every day, and to really gel as a team, and we're all taking it on board, and we all really enjoy training. So hopefully we can kick on now and get a good week training under our belt, even though it's kind of a new squad really, with all the the kind of injuries and stuff. So hopefully we can have a good week training and take that into the Andorra game and give a good performance.
And last one from me, I mean, I know Tony mentioned earlier about the number of caps you've had. Is that a boost when Stephen talks about you as one of his most important players, when previously when you'd be coming in, you'd probably be coming in hoping to get a game rather than knowing?
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, I think every player goes out to try and do well, and when you feel like you've the belief and the backing from the manager, it gives you a bit more of a spring in your step. But just unfortunate I haven't been able to play many games lately and really kick on in an Irish jersey. So I'm hoping I can start to do that now.
Thanks, John.
Okay, guys, we've only got 5 minutes left, so just be conscious of that when asking questions. Try and fit everybody in. Dylan, next, please.
Hi, Donny. I just wanted to ask you. Dozie mentioned that you helped them integrate into the Irish squad. Like, I know you're 28 years old, but do you feel like you're in a senior role to help the younger players integrate into the team?
Yeah, definitely. It can be a bit daunting. I remember coming into my first squad. I think I was 24, and even though I knew a few of the lads already, it's still a bit daunting. Meeting new faces and stuff. So it's I think all the lads are really good at that. Helping the new lads integrate, and there's that many young lads in the squad now. They all kind of know each other anyway, so it's probably that bit easy for them. But I know Chido's a long time. He came to Brentford when I was there, and he's a really good lad. Really good professional, really good athlete, and he always wants to improve. So I'm delighted for him that he's got an opportunity to come in to the squad now, and I'm no doubt he'll train very well and he'll give a really good account of himself.
What's it like in the squad itself, though, having such a number of Cork players? Like, it's like 10 years ago there was no players in Cork really in our squad. Now there's so many. That must be great for chemistry.
Yeah, it's good, yeah. And I see you've got a Bars top on there, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you a Bars man, yeah? I just noticed that there.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's bad. I'll have to tell the boys about that. No, it's good, yeah. It's good to have all the Cork boys in and around it, like, and to be fair, like, everyone gets on, but it is good to have a bit of banter with the Cork lads every now and again.
Thanks, mate.
Top man.
Paul Lahair.
John, how's things? I know you mentioned there like you've missed a few games, but can you sum up things so far under Stephen Kenny? Like, there'd be a lot of opinion out there that maybe it will take off, and then there's a lot of opinion out there wondering is it going to take off? And secondly to that, how do you the fans obviously want to win games and be part of a winning team. With no fans in the ground, how do you kind of assess the public's mood towards this team?
I think, my overview is obviously we've missed the fans as well. There's no getting away from that. We're known for our fans and how good they are home anyway. So I think that's been a big loss. But I think there's been some really good performances in there. I think the biggest game we probably played was the Slovakia game, and I think that was a really good performance. Like we really should have put that game to bed, and that's probably one thing I look back on, and think we had a really good chance getting to the Euro. So it was disappointing we didn't win the game, but you could see the way the manager wanted to play, and the lads were really taken to it. And there's been some good performances without the results, and at the end of the day, it's a results business. We know that. We want to win games. We want to give the country a team that they're proud to support and proud to watch, and that's all we're trying to do really. From a player point of view, we're all hungry. We're all eager to work with the manager and go out there and try and get results for our country. So hopefully we can turn a corner soon and get some momentum by winning games.
Do you think a win next Thursday against Andorra, like, they are kind of one of the smaller teams obviously in Europe, but how valuable could a win be just in terms of mood and just getting that monkey off the back? Yeah, no matter who you play, you want to win, and obviously we haven't won in a while, so we're eager to get that win, and I believe that one win can give you a springboard to getting a few more, and that's the plan now.
Okay, we've got one final question from John Fallon, please.
Hi, John.
Hi, John, you alright?
Good, and you?
Good, yeah.
Good, just one, just on the World Cup campaign itself, I know you mentioned there about qualifying for major tournaments being a priority for you, and you set out the last one because of injury, but what way do you see the shake-up now in terms of going into September? Like, we're 7 points off Serbia, they have us on head-to-head, we're probably going to need some big results, even having to beat Portugal. Do you think that's the team that you have there is capable of doing that?
Obviously, it wasn't as far from the start we wanted. But we're only 2 games in. Anything can happen. We just have to focus on ourselves. We have to go out there and try get results. You have to keep going no matter what the situation is, and we just have to look at the next game and see what we can do. It's going to be tough. There's no doubt about that. We're definite outsiders now, but all we can do is look to the next game and try get a result. And you never know if you get a bit of momentum. You never know. But for me, it's all about the next game.
Thanks, John.
Okay, guys, we'll be back